Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell. And this is the Insider Report. So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey there, Kat.
Hi, Bruce.
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh my God, it was an exhausting weekend. I can't even begin to tell it. Yes, it was opening weekend for our first ever youth production. It was Escape Room. Yeah. And so there's one weekend left on it, but I cannot even tell you, I am from the sincerest bottom of my heart blown away by how well these kids are doing.
I saw pictures.
And the quality of the production that they are bringing and their work on their characters. It is a funny show. It is actually genuinely funny. It's all ages friendly. You could bring Junior to it, and and it's 45 minutes long,
Right.
Yeah, it hits all the good points. Full, older people love it, kids love it. It's such a funny one-act comedy. And now there's just one weekend left to see it. So I'm telling people, go see it. They're doing so great. So
and we'll be talking about it during the show because you got that Saturday show is on the weekends.
So good.
That's good.
So lots of opportunities to see it still. 4 shows left.
Awesome.
But it went so well. But of course, we pack everything in and out. So of course, I'm sore and exhausted.
Oh, heck yeah.
But that's the nature of traveling live entertainment.
That's right, which is cool. Yeah. Hey, when we were traveling the Renaissance Festival back there, I was the guy who loaded the truck and unloaded it. They always said, Bruce, you could fit 20 feet of stuff in a 16-foot truck. And I said, I must have worked on the pyramids or something. But I got stacked like a son of a gun. Yeah. But I did that when we were traveling. I loved it when we got the place on the winery where we were able to just build a village.
Oh, yeah.
And just boom,
Cool.
that was really nice when we stopped. But I did enjoy those. The traveling moments were fun and adventurous and all that.
Ren Fair will travel through to us one of these days.
Yeah, supposed to be one coming up here. Somebody said something bad, but I haven't seen anything on it yet. So
I'd love to see something like that personally.
Yeah, absolutely. It was cool. Well, it was a themed weekend, and that's where the Pirate Festival came from, because the Pirate Festival weekend was the largest when I was doing it. So that's why I brought a Pirate Festival here. But every weekend was themed. It was really one Renaissance, but then they had the King, Queen, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And they just had that ongoing. That was a different theme, so everybody dressed as accordingly.
Very nice, very nice.
And we had Star Wars people come in and stuff.
I mean,
the Jedi Knights and the warriors and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah, they're knights. They are knights.
Yeah, and we had Elvises come in, the king. So there you go. Yeah, so, everybody played it. That was pretty fun. That was fun. So, anyways, hey, we just hung out this weekend, me and Junior, and I just took care of business like always, and I'm sure you're rusting up from taking down a shed next door that was built like a house. And I'm like, oh, man, I was feeling the results on that all weekend. So it was like, all right, good stuff. But that was it. It was kind of a boring weekend. Just hung out and was cool. And as I say, but that's it. So, hey, hope everyone got out there and got to do something. And we got a lot more to talk about. So before we get going, I'd like to thank Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as the Castaways, and the Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. If you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, you just go to kciw.org and you will be on your way. Hey, we got a little bit of a music schedule here.
Yeah, so coming up in March still, Cisco's playing the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th at the Brookings Harbor Farmers Market. Music there going from 10:30 to 1:30. And on the 28th, he's at the Chetco Activity Center from 11 to 1:30.
Yeah, Mike Powell on the 28th. He'll be at Chetco Brewing Company from 6 to 8.
Yep. And Patty Ann is playing on the 21st of March at Pete's Bar and Grill over on Railroad Street from 6:30 to 8:30.
Yep, and then the Mighty Steelheads on the 22nd. They'll be at Inateca at 8 p.m.
And then Black GTO is playing on the 21st at Inateca at 8 o'clock. And then on the 22nd, they'll be at the Sound Lounge in Grants Pass, playing there from 9 p.m. to midnight.
Yes, indeedy. And then JD Drums on the 14th, be at Pete's Bar and Grill, 6 to 8. On the 18th and the 25th, there's an open mic at Oxygen Free, hosted by JD Drums and Keith Roberts from 8 to 11.
Okay, and then a full lineup for the Inateca down in Crescent City. They say their music on Friday runs from 7 to 9 and Saturdays from 8 to 10. So on the 20th, they'll host Elk Witch and Kinghorn. On the 21st, Black GTO. On the 22nd, the Mighty Steelheads. On the 28th, they're going to have stand-up comedy that night. And on the 29th, they're going to host Morgan and Schmidt.
There you go. And on Misty Mountain Brewing, music runs from 6 to 8. On the 14th, they'll have Lon Goddard. On the 15th, it'll be the McCools. On the 28th, Lon Goddard. All right, so there you go. Hey, if you're out there and you got music, you're in a band or we got music scheduled, and you want to get it on the air, all you got to do is send it to CaptainCurry541@gmail.com, and I will get it on there for you. And, hey, I'll even throw it in the Insider if it comes around the third week of each month, and we'll get it in the Insider.
Perfect.
Very good.
All right. Well, let's turn our attention to the schedule of events over at the Chetco Library, located at 405 Alder Street in Brookings. Starting with their weekly events. On Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., they've got their story time. That's stories, songs, and games for young children. Then at 1:30 p.m., they have a free chair yoga class. Then on Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m., they have after-school activities. That's including homework help, creation station, and snacks for school-age kids. Then on Thursdays at 1:30 p.m., they have another chair yoga class. And at 4 o'clock on Thursdays, more after-school activities for school-age kids. And then at 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, they have an easy flow yoga class. And this one, they do say that their positions do require you to be able to get up and down from the floor comfortably. So just note that. On Saturdays at 1 o'clock, they have a weekly Saturday Shuffle event that features Magic the Gathering and more. You can stop by the River Room weekly, where players can bring their favorite deck and play Magic the Gathering. And gamers of all sorts are also welcome. You can bring your favorite card or board games from your own collection. You can also browse the library's games and find a crew to play with. And also on second and fourth Saturdays, so every other Saturday at 1 p.m., they have a Teens Teach Tech event. So every Saturday between 1 and 3, you can drop by the library annex, that's 402 Alder Street, with your device or your tech questions, and you can get personalized help from a trained cyber senior technology mentor. Their mentors are young people who have been trained to teach tech to older adults, and they're standing by to help you with your smartphone, your iPad, or computer. And this free service is presented in partnership with Harmony and Me Music. And then coming up here with monthly and special events throughout the month of March, they're having a youth reading bingo challenge. So March is National Reading Month, and Read Across America is a national program that celebrates the joy of reading, especially by kids. And they kicked off the month with the birthday of the beloved children's book author Dr. Seuss. That was on the 2nd of March. And kids can celebrate all month long by stopping by the library to pick up a bingo-style reading challenge card. You'll be invited to read in all sorts of interesting ways, in a bed, on your head, wearing red. The wacky challenges continue. Complete one row, you'll win a small prize. Complete the whole card for a bigger prize. And if you need an idea of what to read, you can ask Youth Services Assistant Brenna. She'll help you find books you're sure to love. Also coming up on March 15th from 1 to 3 p.m., they have their monthly Family Saturday. And this Family Saturday is a Pokemon Day. You can join them for a Pokemon celebration. Bring your cards for trading and playing with other Pokemon enthusiasts. You can make some Pokemon-inspired crafts. And whether you're a novice or expert Pokemon player, we choose you. And finally, on March 19th at noon, they're going to have a lifestyle medicine brown bag lunch with Stephanie Polizzi. So bring a brown bag lunch and a friend and join OSU Professor Stephanie Polizzi for a free class on lowering your blood pressure naturally. You can join Stephanie to learn about the risks of high blood pressure, how simple food and dietary choices can prevent and in some cases even reverse the effects of hypertension. All are welcome, no registration required for this event. And if you have any other questions about programs, services, events at the library, you can always visit chetcolibrary.org. You can follow them on Facebook, or you can give them a call at 541-469-7738. And hey, now it's time for quotes from famous people with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah, here are a few quotes from the On the Road author, Jack Kerouac. He was born March 12, 1922. He says, hey, the only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles. And he said, I hope it is true that a man can die and yet not only live in others, but give them life, and not only life, but the great consciousness of life. All human beings are also dream beings. Dreaming ties all man together. And last but not least, he says, my fault, my failure is not in the passions I have, but in my lack of control of them. Hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from, Jack Kerouac with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, have a great one.
Okay.
The old road guy.
Yeah,
There's some people out there still remembering. I'm sure.
All right. Well, I mentioned it with great enthusiasm at the top of the show. But another reminder to folks, there's one weekend left to catch Escape Room. That's a comedy presented by Threepenny Theater Co. here in town. It's running through the 16th of March, and it's happening at the Brookings Event Center. That's at 800 Chetco Avenue in Brookings, right next to Feather Your Nest. And what's this play about? Well, the high school girls softball team has one last shot to make it to the playoffs. However, that doesn't seem likely because Wacy and Emma can't seem to stop fighting, and Riley and Kylie are so inseparable that they don't work with the rest of the team. So, instead of scheduling extra practice hours before the game, Coach forces the girls to participate in team-building activities. Well, that's perfect for Professor Diabolical, as he has been rehearsing his evil laugh and is ready to have customers in his new escape room. Unfortunately, his assistant Brad is more focused on a single member of the team than on minor details like clues and keys. So this is one team-building exercise that is about to go hilariously wrong. Again, Escape Room opened Friday, March 7th. It's running for one more weekend on the following days and times. That's Friday the 14th at 7 p.m., Saturday the 15th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's a two-show day. And then the final Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 for adults. Discounts are available for students, seniors, and veterans. And tickets can be purchased in advance at threepennytheater.com or at the door on the day of performance. Box office doors open 30 minutes before the start of each performance. And also a special note to listeners, this upcoming Friday performance, the 14th, is Free Penny Friday. And the Free Penny Friday performance with Threepenny Theater Co. is if you get tickets on that Friday, this coming Friday the 14th, they are pay what you want, even if that's nothing at all. They are aiming to make theater more accessible and affordable to the entire community. So if you have any questions about this show, you can call 541-251-0640, or you can send a message to contact@threepennytheater.com.
Hey, okay, now, so how'd that Saturday? How'd that go?
Saturday matinee was popular.
Was that really
good?
I
was going to say, we were like, well, we'll experiment with adding a matinee to that. And this is a matinee town, it just feels like,
And the 7 o'clock was good too?
Yeah, it was a little lighter than the matinee. But, when we did our survey at the end of last year and asked, what dates and times people are most interested in attending, it was Saturday and Sunday matinees across the board.
2 o'clock,
Always,
Because Sundays, that's why everybody does it usually.
Yeah. I mean, there's still folks interested in the evening shows and stuff, but a wide array of interest from a wide variety of folks for the matinees in particular. So we'll try and pursue that as much as we can in the future, depending on what spaces we can get.
Some productions might be hard to do, but
depending
it depends on the spot.
We'll never go without a matinee, that's for sure.
That's great. That's beautiful.
We'll always have that available.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, the Curry Public Library, located at 94341 3rd Street in Gold Beach, is presenting Cookbook Club, pies of all kinds. A drool. This will be happening on March 15th, noon to 1:30 p.m. Join us for a community potluck-style event at the library. Pick a recipe based on the theme, pies of all kinds, and bring the dish, sweet or savory, large or hand pies, pizza, fruit or cheese, and recipe to share with others. Make new friends, eat some excellent food, and chat with others about cooking recipes. This event is free and open to the public, and all level of cooks are welcome. That's one thing I like is a pie. I mean, I don't really touch the desserts that much, but I'll tell you, if there's a good pie in the room, I might just touch it.
They're go-to comfort food for
They are really good.
I like me some any kind.
That sounds like a very fun cookbook club. That's for sure.
That's great. All right. Well, hey, the Elk Valley Casino, located in Crescent City, is presenting a comedy night with Erik Escobar. This is happening on Saturday, the 15th of March at 8 p.m. And tickets are on sale now in person at the Points Club booth at the casino. You can also get them online at etix.com in advance. You can also get them on the day of the event. Doors will open at 7:30 p.m. The show will start at 8. And they do note it is a casino. You got to be 21 or older to attend. Seating is first come, first serve.
Yes, indeed. Hey, and DNACA, the 2025 Performance Series, is presenting Waipunaʻs. This is Hawaiian music, if you couldn't guess. It'll be up on March 16th at 3 p.m. at the Crescent Elk Auditorium in Crescent City. Tickets are on sale at eventbrite.com. at the Del Norte Office Supply and Wrights Custom Framing.
Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be a Jack Willhites rock and roll comedy show live at Mr. Ed's Underground Pub in Port Orford. Jack Willhite, he's a one-man rock and comedy performer. This is happening on Sunday, the 16th, from 6 to 7:30.
Hey, yeah, and that's the 16th. That's Sunday, isn't it?
That's a Sunday? Yep.
That's a Sunday. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was going to say St. Patty's Day is on Monday. Yeah,
I was good. I have yet to see, but they're coming up. I see some St. Patrick's Day coming down the pipeline.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna slide right into that.
Yeah. Speaking of
St. Patrick's Day pub crawl, and you don't have to go far. You just go to Seaview Senior Living, located at 98059 Gerlach Lane, on the 17th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Seaview Senior Living invites the community to join them in celebrating St. Patrick's Day with a pub crawl, with 3 pubs offering both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages and pub-style snacks and music, photo booth, and more. It's sure to be a blast. So there you go. Them crazies at that CV Senior, I'll tell you.
Yeah. And then it looks here like the Chetco Shrine Club is presenting the Jordan World Circus. So they're hosting this at the Curry County Fairgrounds in Gold Beach. It's going to be a 2-night event on the 18th and 19th of March, starting at 6:30 p.m. The Chetco Shrine Club presents the Jordan World Circus. You can get tickets now in advance at jordancircus.com/cities. And again, it's happening Tuesday, the 18th of March at 6:30. Wednesday, the 19th of March, also at 6:30.
Yeah, you been to the circus?
I've been to the circus before, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been to some small town ones and everything like that, but I also went to the Ringling Brothers, Barnum Bailey Circus. I went to the big old Ringling Brothers Circus. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, big old center stage, just like you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, it doesn't happen as often these days.
Yeah, they're kind of, it's a dying breed, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm talking about back in the 60s and 70s. Like when I went, when it was still happening a little bit. Yeah. I've watched it fade over the years. Yeah. Hey, Elk Valley Casino is presenting Bad Moon Rising. This is a tribute to CCR. It's happening on the 21st at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now in person at the Points Club booth or online at etix.com in advance and on the day of the event. Doors open 7 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Must be 21 or older to attend. Seating is first come, first serve.
Okay, well, the Brookings Recorder Ensemble is currently looking for folks to join them in exploration and enjoyment of playing music for the recorder. And this group meets at the Chetco Activity Center on Wednesdays from 1 to 2:30. You're invited to bring your recorder and a music stand. They will provide the music. And hey, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right, g'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that President Teddy Roosevelt and his family had a menagerie at the White House? It's true, and here's the story. Our 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt, began his presidency in 1901, along with 6 children and more animals than the White House had ever seen. The Roosevelt's children family of pets included a small bear named Jonathan Edwards, a lizard named Bill, guinea pigs named Admiral Dewey, Dr. Johnson, and Bishop Down, Fighting Bob Edmonds, and Father O'Grady, Maud the pig, Josiah the badger, Eli Yale the blue macaw, Baron Speckle a hen, a one-legged rooster, a hyena, a barn owl, Peter the rabbit, and Algonquin the pony. President Roosevelt loved the pets as much as his children did. Algonquin was so beloved that when the president sent Archie was sick in bed, his brothers Kermit and Quentin brought the pony up to the room in the elevator. But Algonquin was so captivated by his own reflection in the elevator mirror that it was hard to get him out. Quentin once stepped in a pet store and bought 4 snakes. He then went to show them to his father in the Oval Office, where the president was holding an important meeting. Senators and party officials smiled tolerantly when the boy barged in and hugged his father. But when Quentin dropped the snakes on the table, the officials scrambled for safety. The snakes were eventually captured and promptly sent back to the pet shop. Well, Alice, Quentin's sister, also had a pet garter snake that she named Emily Spinach. The Roosevelts were dog lovers as well. Among their many canines were Sailor Boy the Chesapeake Retriever, Jack the Terrier, Skip the Mongrel, and Pete, a bull terrier who sank his teeth into so many legs that he had to be exiled to the Roosevelt home in Long Island. Alice had a small black Pekingese named Manchu, which she received from the last Empress of China during a trip to the Far East. And Alice once claimed to have seen Manchu dancing on his hind legs in the moonlight on the White House lawn. Well, hope you enjoyed this week's Bit of Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Until next time, always keep it real. Talk about some pets. I had to, that was so funny when I was reading that.
It's the White House Zoo.
I'm going to tell you what, whoever's on doggy duty had his job cut out for him. I'm going to tell you that right now.
No kidding. That's wild. That's a lot.
I had to share that one. I saw that.
That's overwhelming, practically. I like animals, but that's an overwhelming amount.
Crazy talking.
My goodness. All right. Well, hey, we're getting into some PSAs here. First up, the KCIW folks want you to know about their ongoing Soapbox series. So KCIW gives folks a chance to speak their mind on a show called the KCIW Soapbox. And basically, KCIW offers 2 minutes of airtime to anyone who has something to say. There are a few rules, of course. There's no cussing, no slandering, no advertising. But other than that, folks can share what's on their mind. The studio's open every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. for people to drop in and record.
Hey, I got a special one here that I've got on my phone.
Great.
Since we're getting down to the PSAs. We got Brookings Harbor Garden Club is presenting the second annual Scion Exchange and Grafting Demonstration. This is with John Savage, Rare Fruit Growers Association member. This is happening on March 17th, Monday, at Driftwood Estates Clubhouse, 16063 Driftwood Lane in Harbor. Doors open at 10:15. Fellowship from 10:15 to 10:45. General membership meeting from 10:45 to 11:15. The presentation is from 11:15 to 12:15. So there you go. Coffee and tea will be provided. So, hey, I wanted to get that one out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, I've got another one here for a concert event coming up at the Crescent Elk Auditorium in Crescent City. So on March 22nd at 7 p.m., they're going to be hosting the Cinta Quartet. The Cinta Quartet is on a mission to bring the versatility, homogeneity, and excitement of the saxophone to audiences everywhere. Performing entirely from memory, the quartet provides a fresh take on chamber music. Admission to all concerts during the 2024-2025 season are free of charge. They invite folks to come to the concerts and enjoy the show. Although donations to the Del Norte Curry Community Concert Association / Music in the Redwoods, which are the host of this event, are always gratefully and gleefully accepted. You can get more information about the group at cintaquartet.com.
Very cool. See, we both had a couple ones right out of our sleeves.
We found some there.
Yeah. Now back on the track. Game night at the Whimsical Griffin. This is happening at 615 Chetco Avenue, right by the Redwood Theater. Tuesdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, board games, and more.
Yeah, and then, of course, an ongoing PSA from Meals on Wheels. They are always in need of volunteers. If you'd like to do something that will make you and those you help very happy, if you'd like to do something to help give back to the community you love, if you would like to help out your fellow human beings, then Meals on Wheels is looking for you. So by delivering a hot meal to those who are homebound, you not only help someone who's hungry, but you also bring a bit of kindness into their lives, a friendly face for them to see every day, and some social contact that they may not get otherwise. There are 3 routes that deliver hot meals to about 60 seniors on a daily basis, and each route takes about an hour and a half to complete. So you're welcome to volunteer by the day, the week, bi-weekly, bi-monthly. Even if it's just one day a week, one day a month, they invite you to do whatever works for you because every little bit helps. So if you're interested in helping in this cause for the community, you can contact Meals on Wheels via the Chetco Activity Center. You can call 541-469-6822.
Yes, indeedy. And we got time for one more here. Brookings Harbor Boy Scouts of America, scouting for new troop members always. Boys and girls are invited. Troop 32 and Troop 4032 are now accepting new scouts, as well as adults interested in volunteering. Scouts are able to join the troops from 5th grade to age 17. Adults are able to volunteer as long as they're over 21 years old and are able to pass a background check and willing to spend about an hour and a half completing a youth protection training course. They meet at Scout Hall 7 to 8:30 p.m. every Monday night, except on holidays. You can meet the troops and learn more about what the Scouts can help you achieve. Scout Hall is located at 414 Azalea Park Road in Brookings. Troop 32 Scoutmaster Mark Hagelin can be reached at 541-661-2749, or Troop 4032 Scoutmaster Rebecca Wilson. You can reach her at 888-951-3647.
We have time for one more short announcement. American Red Cross, they're always doing blood drives. They have a shortage at the moment. The need is constant. So we just wanted to let people know to mark their calendars. The next upcoming local blood drives that are happening are going to be in April at this point. It's going to be Monday, April 21st and Tuesday, April 22nd, both hosted at the Star of the Sea Catholic Church in Brookings. And they encourage folks to make an appointment to give blood. And so they want folks to go to redcrossblood.org in order to see upcoming blood drives and make an appointment to give blood. So again, that address is redcrossblood.org.
Sweet. That's always a great cause. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, you got the dates before I did, too. Yep. Very cool. Mm-hmm. See how you are. Hey, well, that's it. We got the Flan Fickle Finger of Fate. It's time to close out this week's show. Before we go, hey, I'd like to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom, for all their great work each week, helping us bring our show to the airwaves. And thank you all for tuning in to this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows they have to offer. You can catch show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And hey, there's some live streaming going on there too. And until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey, we'll see you out there. Bam!
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.